All right, we are back for round 4 of the league. We're at Watkins Glen, the 135-mile race. We're starting with Division 2. So we had a little bit of an issue last week where I wasn't able to stream. One of my cats had to go to the vet for an appointment. So unfortunately, I was unable to stream last week for round 3 at Blue Moon Bay, but I am back now. My cat is safe. He's doing well. So all is good. And we have a treat for you today. So we have Watkins Glen, the short track version. So all 11 corners of the NASCAR track that we typically run on Watkins Glen. And I believe the race will be 47 laps for Division 1. Qualifying will be 15 minutes. And as we see from the messages, Dinosaur gave us the 3-minute warning already. So we will be getting underway shortly. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the current championship standings for Division 2. All right, so Ollie from Invictus leads the driver's standings with 39 points. Flying Disc is in second place with just 2 points behind, with Diddley Squat Racing. Orwick sitting in third with only 1 point behind Flying Disc, representing Maelstrom Motorsports. And then we got Lamb King in fourth place, Kaido NASA with Toro Bravo Racing in fifth, Peepool with Chama Racing in sixth, Show Me with Toro Bravo in seventh, and then we have a tie between Ads and Bishop and Show Me, all for that seventh place, all sitting at 26 points. For gold for Team.com at 20 points, Racer X 11th, Jesus 12th, Buttons 13th. Then we have Rocket Bunny 14th, Cecil Turtle 15th, Sleepwalker 16th, and then Token Timmy 17th. So Token Timmy today will be filling in for Whisker Warriors. And then Cecil Turtle will be filling in for Invictus. And I believe we'll have a last minute fill in. Stenzel will be filling in for Team.com. So 3 debut drivers, I believe, not debut drivers. So Tug and Timmy will be debuting for Season 3 today, and Stenzel will be debuting for Season 3 as well. But Stenzel had previously run in the last 2 league seasons. So let's take a look at the team championship standings. We have Maelstrom Motorsports in current first place of the Division 2 team standings. Toro Bravo Racing in second, Diddley Squat Racing third, Whisker Warriors Performance Racing in fourth place. All very close together. Shama Racing sixth, Invictus in sixth. Shama Racing in fifth, Invictus in sixth, Team.com in seventh place. And then the overall team championships, an extremely close standing so far. Maelstrom Motorsports, Diddley Squat Racing, Whisker Warriors Performance Racing, all separated by 4 points. Invictus in fourth place, Chama Racing in fifth, Team.com in sixth, and then Toro Bravo Racing in seventh place. So qualifying is getting underway now, and we will jump to the field. For those new to LRC, we're learning the Learners Racing Collective. Excuse me, I'm having trouble speaking today. We're the Learners Racing Collective, and we hold a bunch of events during the week. We're kind of like just a Discord group with a bunch of events throughout the week that are focused on learning collaboratively. And if you're interested in joining us, check out the link on Discord. Check out the Discord link that I pinned in chat. So Click on that, and then you'll be able to join us in all of our events. So Rogue says, what's your opinion on the race with the new physics updates? So I actually haven't been able to test out the NASCAR spec with the new physics update, but I will say that the new physics update is much harsher on the tires. So you have to do a lot more to conserve the tires if you're trying to conserve the tires. The server battle race that we had last Saturday, at 8x tire wear, it nearly doubled the rate at which the tires were degrading. So I had previously a strategy up before the update went out where I could do a 1-stop in the race, and then I had to change it to a 2-stop. Yeah. So, what do you think about it? Have you driven any new cars or tested any new cars or anything? And we can see already that for Gould's front left tire on the racing mediums is already at 50%. So for Gould, currently sitting at provisional pole position, is going to cross the line one more time and potentially improve his time. It does not actually, so 0.4 of a second down on his time, likely due to that tire wear. So tire wear being an issue today, we'll see a lot of drivers jumping into the pits, getting a new set of tires, and then jumping back out as soon as possible. Harwick sets a personal best and jumps into second place, only 0.06 away from Gould. Ad's currently sitting in third place, doing a pretty good job with the tire wear on his car. Riding on board with Ads through the bus stop. Long right-hander of turn 9. You can see Ads letting off the throttle quite a lot into the entry of turn 9. Ads running into traffic there. Promptly get out of the way and allow Ads to finish up his hot lap. And he improves. He doesn't jump in position, but sets a personal best. Xiaomi Cine jumping into the pits and grabbing a new set of racing mediums. We got Cecil Turtle filling in for, I believe it is Invictus today. Cecil Turtle ran last week, but we were unable to stream last week, so no one was able to see his finishing results. So softs, the only tire that's allowed for the road courses are the racing mediums, and then for oval courses, the only tires that are available are the racing hard tires. Cecil Turtle exits turn 11. Does not improve. Is 0.8 slower than his personal best. We got Racer X now. Racer X has some rear bumper damage. You can see that flashing on the bottom left-hand corner of the UI. And he jumps into the pits, likely to go fix that right away. People currently sitting in 8th place on currently on an out lap, looks like. Smooth turn in and exit. A little squirrely on the exit there. Oh no. People loses control of the rear of the car and crashes at turn 1. Jumps into the pits to reset the car and jump back out. So Lamb King dealing with a half-second penalty. Yeah, the pit lane entry is a little tricky. You have to really hug the inside of the hug the inside of the inside of the turn 11. And you have to slow down a ton, otherwise you'll just understeer out of the line. See there as Lamb King slowly turning the car on the inside of turn 11, making sure he does not put a tire over that yellow line. And that yellow line will give you a 3-second penalty when you exit the pit stops. And here, the 3-second penalty is pretty consequential, as you have to serve the penalty at the end of turn 9, which is a high-speed corner. And then you have a little bit of a straightaway that you lose out on a lot of time if you have to stop in the middle of. So Stenzel is back for season 3, filling in for Team.com. Stenzel, a longtime competitor of LRC. Understeers quite a bit over at turn 9. Certainly probably lost a lot of time there. Fishtailing the car at turn 9, or sorry, excuse me, turn 10, and missing the apex at turn 11 will certainly not favor his time. Yeah, so he's that lap looks like it was probably just a warm-up lap, but and so we'll do one more shot. We're just about 10 minutes in qualifying, so there's plenty of time for drivers to set their fastest lap. And as I say that, Stenzel hits the wall and likely will abort this hot lap. So you guys talking about the inside of the inside wall of the bus stop. That's a terrible wall to make contact with. So Kaido deciding to race today. Unfortunately, he has COVID, but has decided to. Oh, looks like there is an incident there. I think that might have been C Orwick at the bus stop. I feel like Dragon Trail is would be much harder. These cars have a tendency to understeer while braking, and I feel like going into the Dragon Trail death chicane would be really, really problematic trying to get the car to turn in there. So since we were last on board with people, he now jumps up to 4th place and improves on this last lap, but only just by a little bit, not enough to jump into the top 3. And Cecil Turtle has since jumped up into 8th place, and Rocket Bunny into 7th place. So Rocket Bunny was sitting in 12th place earlier, jumped up several spots into that 7th place position. Good job, Rocket Bunny. Takes a tight line through the bus stop. Takes it neat and tidy there through the carousel. And I think that was Stenzel wiping out at turn 9. Luckily, Shomi was able to avoid Stenzel there. We're seeing a lot of cars understeer into the barrier at turn 3. A pretty tricky corner coming out of turn 2 and turn 3. Since turn 3 is a little bit of an uphill, you get an overcrest there, lose a lot of mechanical grip, and it allows the car to really understeer into the barrier. So you even have to find yourself maybe slightly lifting there to maintain the car's position on track. I think when I was testing this car preseason, I ended up having to do maybe a quarter lift around turn 2, turn 3. But Tonkin Timmy does not improve his time. Sits in 10th place still. Just about hitting up the final laps of our qualifiers. Stenzel on an out lap will not be able to finish. Token Timmy is finished. Lamb King going across the bus stop. Looks like Lamb King will be the last person to finish qualifying. Stenzel crosses the line. Racer X is coming through the finish line along with Cecil. Although looks like Racer X is on an outlap and won't be improving his time. Cecil also did not improve. King does not improve either, so the positions are now set, and that will conclude our qualifying session. So let's take a look at the qualifying results. All right, so we got Vergold on pole position with a 107.8. Orwick not very far behind, only 0.06 of a second in second place. We got Ads in third place, Flying Disc in fourth, and Cecil Turtle rounding out the top 5. We got People in sixth place, Show Me for Toro Bravo Racing in seventh, Rocket Bunny in eighth place. Great qualifying by Rocket Bunny, by the way. Racer X for Shama Racing in ninth place, Token Timmy racing for, I believe it is Invictus today. Sorry, Whisker Warriors. Token Timmy racing for Whisker Warriors today at 10th place. M. Stenzel in 11th, representing Team.com today. Lamb King in 12th place for Maelstrom Motorsports. Kaido with Toro Bravo Racing in 13th, and Buttons in 14th, representing Diddley Squat Racing. So chat, do we got any predictions today? Anyone got any predictions on VSCs, on podiums, top 3? Oh yeah, Ollie. So Ollie's not racing it. I put in chat into I put a description in chat saying Ollie might will Ollie pull ahead after this round, but I think that's now a rhetorical thing. So Ollie Bolly will definitely lose his lead going into round 5. You know, I'm surprised I haven't seen any new candy bar cars since the last race. I think since that was such a hot topic, a hot debate in chat not last week, 2 weeks ago. Kaido, good luck with the coronavirus. I guess COVID is the correct term for it now. I hope you have a good race, and I hope COVID doesn't hinder your performance too much. Yeah, the bus stop will be the main focus area for potential VSCs and incidents. I think going into the bus stop, a lot of people will have to make the decision to back out or not, and it becomes a game of chicken if you're going side by side down that straightaway. So we will see what kind of battles unfold down leading up to the bus stop. So with just a quick overview of the results from last week, since we missed out on the stream then. So let's see here. Ads came away with first place, so congratulations to Ads. Ads putting in a good performance. Bishop ended up in second, so Whisker Warriors ended up with a 1-2 finish last week. That's pretty epic for Whisker Warriors. Unfortunately, it appears Bishop's wheel has some issues, so he will be skipping out today, and that's why Token Timmy will be filling in for Bishop today. And then Ollie finished in third place last week. And Kaido had a great fourth position finish, so great job, Kaido. That's a top 5 finish there for you. And it looks like we lost Buttons from the lobby, so potentially we'll need to reset the lobby and reset the positions. Oh, nice. So that was your first podium. Yeah, congratulations, Ollie. That's epic. Yeah, Rogue, I think you would not like this car. This car is very twitchy on exit. A lot of power, very difficult to control. One of the things I did notice with the Logitech G Pro steering wheel is that the force feedback seems to be a little inconsistent, or it varies widely across the different cars, I've noticed. I don't know if that's an intentional thing with the update, but I think the Super Formula car had some very strange feedback. I think force feedback, I don't know, with the curves, I guess. It felt very, very, very loose on almost devoid of feedback on very slow corners, but then like on fast corners it would feel more tough. I don't know if it's the game trying to emulate power steering or whatnot, but there's some inconsistencies I've noticed with force feedback, and I think others have experienced the same. It's certainly possible, but I think some of them felt really. I think there was a lot of inconsistencies within the cars themselves. I actually didn't try the Ferrari. Yeah, or no, I did try the Ferrari. The Ferrari felt okay. I think the big one for me was the Super Formula car felt very strange. And then I think it was there's another car that I tested, but I don't remember which one it was. All right, so we got the 30-second warning from Dinosaur, and we'll get started very soon with the race here at Watkins Glen. So everyone has everything to fight for. The championship is extremely tight in the top 3 of Division 1. And we'll see what unfolds today in just a few seconds as we get set up here. So round 4 starts with a rolling start at Watkins Glen. We're on board with Vergold, who will take us through the green flag to start this race. And we're off. So Vergold leads our Division 2 cars through the start and finish line. Gets a good start, and Orwick is hot behind. And looks like Ads there is under attack by Flying Disc, or was until there was initial buildup, and Flying Disc lost a little bit of momentum going into turn 1. Looks like we have no issues after turn 1, but we got a little bit of a battle going on between Cecil Turtle and Show Me going down turn 4. There are no cars going side by side into the chicane or into the bus stop at the moment. So very clean so far. So Rocket Bunny goes wide at turn 9 and allows Token Timmy to get in the inside, but Token Timmy backs out just a little bit going into turn 10. Timmy was taking a quick peek to see if he could make potential overtake on Shomi going into the last 2 corners of the course, but all is good. And Vergold still remains out in front on track, but Orwick has closed the gap significantly and is making up some ground, and Ads is very, very close behind. So we have the top 3 in a very, very tight train, and then we got essentially 4th through 8th, it looks like, in a tight train as well. So Ads, Orwick, and Vergold goes through the bus stop for the second time. See Orwick with the SpongeBob livery. I love it. Riding on board with Ads right now, hoping to catch Orwick in the next couple of laps. So we got 47 laps. We're in lap 3 at the moment. Ads doing his best to conserve his tires as much as possible. And it appears we might have a safety car. Something happened. Yeah, so a safety car was called, and it looks like we will be going into our virtual safety car procedures. Vergold slowing down to 60 miles an hour. So Kaito's slowing down, letting people pass. Racer X is jumping out of the pits. We don't have any indication of what happened. So Rocket Bunny has damage, but decides to not pit the car. It's an interesting decision. Appears Racer X has not caught up to the back of the safety car train yet. We'll go around Watkins Glen one more time. Fuel conservation isn't necessarily something that's crucial for these races. These cars are limited by their tires anyway, so and not only that, the fueling rate, refuel rate is pretty high. I think it's like 10 liters per second. So honestly, in some cases actually it might even be good to burn some fuel to help reduce some weight and improve that tire wear during these safety car restarts. It all depends on your strategy. Yeah, it's an incredibly fast refuel rate. Okay, so Vergold now and all of the rest of the field cars are lining up side by side in our dual-laned safety car restart procedure, or double file restart procedure. Green and ready to go. So Vergold gets a decent start, but Orwick actually gets the jump on Vergold on the restart. Orwick was very close to Vergold on that restart. So that might be a potential reporting later that the stewards might have to review. People under attack by Flying Disc going into the bus stop here with Rocket Bunny very close behind. Rocket Bunny gets squeezed into the barrier and picks up damage on the front right, and I think it was someone else additionally had spun out after that first section of the bus stop, and this might lead to another safety car. Take a look at Rocket Bunny's point of view. So Rocket Bunny has got squeezed. Oh yeah. Oh no. So a lot of cars at the moment jumping into the pits, getting some fresh tires for the second VSC. Orwick decides to stay out and maintain track position. We got Lamb King now jumping into third place, Ads in fourth place at the moment. And here's the kicker. So as these cars continue to lap around Watkins Glen at 60 miles an hour, the tires will continue to get colder. Thank you for following Dirty Crew High. If you're interested in joining our community, check us out on Discord. Click on that pinned comment in chat. You can join our Discord and get racing with us right away. A lot of honking going on. The cars are finally caught up. We'll take the safety car train around Watkins Glen one more time, and then we'll get started on the front straight one more time with our double file restart procedure. Yeah, we got a lot of honking going on. So this car, we took the Camaro ZL1 and spec'd it to be NASCAR specs for this season. If we take a look at Orwick's tire wear, he's already around 40% on that front left. If we compare that with Vergould's very similar with tire wear, and then Lamb King as well. So the top three have significant tire wear on that front left. Ads is currently sitting in 4th place at the moment, has the best set of tires out of the top 4 and maybe top 5. So actually Show Me very similar with Ads right now. So it looks like those two are potentially doing a high tire conserving strategy. The cars line up right now in their double file restart procedure. Getting ready to go here. So this time, Vergould has the inside and Orwick has the outside. Last time we restarted, Orwick had to take the inside, and was managed to pass Vergould on the restart. Okay, so here we go. We're green, and Orwick maintains the lead, but Vergould he does not have the inside. I think that's a pretty clean safety restart procedures. These cars need to be very careful going into turn 1 with that cold front left. Orwick getting a great start there, pulling just over a second in the first couple of corners. Oh no! People is in the wall. I think people lost control under braking going into the bus stop, and I think that was Rocket Bunny careening off to the other side of the bus stop as well. So Rocket Bunny picks up damage on the front left, and People only has damage to the front fender of the car, but I don't believe that will trigger any VSCs due to those incidents being individual. So Ads right now taking that 3rd position from Lamb King, has the inside. Side by side through turn 1, and Show Me takes advantage of Lamb King's outside line and tucks on the inside into turn 2. So Lamb King dropping 2 positions since the restart, and has Racer X to deal with going into the bus stop. Racer X taking a peek, puts the car alongside of Lamb King in the braking zone of the bus stop, and manages to take 4th place. That was a really, really great overtake there by Racer X going into the bus stop. So Lamb King continuing to tumble down the order here. Token Timmy gets past Lamb King as well. So Lamb King falling into 6th place after starting in 3rd on the restart. Just missed the overtake there. Replay. The Racer X now under attack by Token Timmy, going out of turn 4. And as I say that, Token Timmy drops back nearly half a second, and is also under attack by Lamb King. Covers the inside line going into the bus stop. We have a little battle there between Kaido and Stenzel going into the bus stop. I think Stenzel was taking a look at the inside there, but decided to back out and take a look at the replay. Stenzel actually has a pretty good lead going into the bus stop, but decides to back out. Oh, and he picks up a 3-second penalty. So Ads continues to lead. And with that win last week at Blue Moon Bay is looking good for another win here at Watkins Glen. It'll all come down to strategy after this. And frankly, any other VSCs that might occur. Stenzel there serving his 3-second penalty, dropping down the order. We got a battle between Flying Disc and looks like Lamb King decides to jump into the pits. I think cars will have to be very mindful of any car entering the pits at turn 11. The speed at which people enter the pits is much slower than the way you would take turn 11 if you're not pitting, so potentially watch for any incidents there. The 3-second penalty could potentially have been, I didn't catch when he got it, could have either been cutting the chicane, or potentially when he went to go pit the car, he picked up the 3-second penalty for crossing the pit lane entry line. So Tug and Timmy under attack by Cecil Turtle going into turn 10. Lift off by Cecil Turtle going through turn 1, and Timmy having trouble keeping that car on the track. Cecil being very cautious. Something absolutely necessary for drivers to do to avoid collisions on this track with these cars. And up ahead, looks like, I think that might be Show Me. So with these new physics, any car that has 0 tire wear will have extreme handling issues. It almost acts as a tire puncture. So Show Me extremely slow right now with that tire wear down to 0 on that front left. Jumps into the pit lane. Oh no, and Stenzel picks up another 2-second penalty. So Stenzel can't catch a break. So Cecil Turtle trying to chase down Racer X. And Ads continues to pull out ahead of the pack, but his tires are now completely dead, and he will have trouble bringing that car back to the pit lane. As you can see, the times between him and Racer X tumbling, so he was initially 7 seconds ahead and has now already lost 1 full second. And he decides to not pit. So interesting decision there by Ads to not pit the car. Warwick takes the inside of Flying Disc, makes an overtake. Going in turn 1, takes that 3rd position. Oh, something went wrong there between him and Stenzel. No, not Stenzel. I think that is Flying Disc. I'm guessing that Flying Disc missed the pit entry and did not want to pit to not pick up that 3-second penalty. So he decided to abort that pit at the very, very last second. So as we see here, Cecil has caught up to Ads completely and brought that gap down from 6 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And we can see how detrimental it is to try to take a full lap on a completely dead tire. We'll see Flying Disc have the same issue with Kaido jumping into the pits as well. Yeah, that pit entry is extremely difficult if you have your front left tire completely dead. You'll just brake and you'll just go right through it. Yeah, and you have to watch out for the pit exit as well. The game will just launch you at the exit and kind of have your car aimed towards the middle of the track, so it's really easy to go over that pit exit line. Stenzel jumps into the pits. Warwick decides to stay out. He has a little bit more tires, a little bit more tire left on that front left. So Ads and Cecil come out nearly side by side going out of turn 1. Both have fresh tires, but Ads with significantly more fuel. Curious as to why Cecil has very little fuel. Generous amount of coasting through these corners, trying to preserve those tires as much as possible. This is a battle of tire conservation. There's a tight battle going on between Vergold, Flying Disc, and P-Pool at the moment for 7th place. Flying Disc right on People's tail. Decides to brake early and not go for the inside out of turn 1, into turn 1. Oh my goodness, Flying Disc getting very squirrely there out of turn 2. And Vergold having to back off to avoid a collision. Great reaction there by Vergold. Oh my god, we got 3 wide now for Vergold, people, and Flying Disc going into turn 10. Oh my god, Flying Disc takes the outside, sweeps through and takes the position. But Vergold and People are left to fend for that 8th position. People now went into the pits, so People was not looking to battle there. It's quite intense. Just missed the replay. Cecil continues to chase down Ads while trying to preserve the tires as much as possible, but is running out of fuel. Ads doing a stellar job of preserving his tires, but he is going to jump into the pits along with Cecil as well. And I believe we might have a safety car. Cars are slowing down. Racer X is now leading the pack. Elects to not take pit stop for this VSC. Same with Warwick. So this is a great position for Ads right now. Ads jumps out of the pits with fuel and new tires, as does Cecil. And that was perfect timing for Cecil, actually, that VSC. So Cecil got a free pit stop and was able to refuel. Almost caused a collision there during the safety car. Drivers need to be very careful when approaching the end of the safety car line. The accordion effect becomes quite strong. And oh no, P-Pool loses control of the car on the bus stop, trying to catch up to the safety car line. And surely that will put him in last place if he has to pit again, potentially. Be right back in a few seconds for the restart of race. This race is brought to you by the Church of Bendham, where all of our churchgoers pray for grip. Highly recommend joining our church. You can do so by clicking on that Discord invite link that's pinned in chat. Going around one more time before restarting the race in our double file restart procedure. For those unaware or unfamiliar with LRC, the Church of Bendham is a joke religion that we have in our community where we praise the Michelin Man and we pray to him for grip at the beginning of our races. It's more like a cult now, actually. Yeah, and our wonderful non-sponsor Subway. 0% off discount coupon card. Hopefully no one is a victim of the Subway discount coupon code today. Racer X is leading the safety car line. Has very little tire life on that front left. Racer X will have to pit in potentially a lap or two, so that might be problematic for his restart. Orwick is on the front row with Racer X for the restart. Orwick will be looking to take advantage of that inside line going into turn 1. Alright, and we're off. So Racer X gets on the gas and pulls ahead of Orwick into turn 1, but does he have the tires to do it? Orwick takes the inside and they go side by side on the exit of turn 1, and Orwick manages to take the position, and Ads will take advantage of that as well, jumping into second place from third. Cecil was side by side with Vergould going into turn 4 and is able to keep the position ahead of Vergould. Actually, I think he overtook Vergould in the first two corners of the restart, and there's some bumping going on over there in the entrance of the chicane, the bus stop, but no incidents. It looks like everyone has gotten through cleanly. Buttons and Stenzel were side by side going out of the bus stop, and now Stenzel is attacking Buttons for that ninth position. Rocket Bunny taking the inside of Kaido. Lamb King. Rocket Bunny jumps up into 11th place. Flying Disc looking to capitalize as well. So Flying Disc taking the inside of Rocket Bunny going into turn 1. But Heavy Braking decides to back out and not attempt an overtake there. Racer X and I believe it was Lamb King jumped into the pits, so they will be taking new tires and more fuel to the end of the race. Not to the end of the race, potentially, actually. And again, Flying Disc understeering quite a lot there at the exit of turn 2. Rocket Bunny looking for the inside of Buttons going into the bus stop, but thinks better of it. Back with our leaders, Cecil Turtle is maintaining third place, trying to stick with Ads for the second half of the race. Orwick has the lead, but strategically, I don't know if he will be in the net first position after another round of pit stops. So Orwick has quite a lot of tire degradation on that front left tire. We've got a battle going into turn 2, so people overtakes Show Me into turn 2, and the exit of turn 3 is catching up to Token Timmy. But will it be enough to get alongside going into the bus stop? I don't think it will. Oh no, and Show Me loses control of the car at turn 9. That's a ton of damage on the car. It even has engine damage on that car. Get a little twitchy out of the bus stop. Let's take a look at what happened with Show Me. Just begins to oversteer on the entry of that corner with the braking and goes into snap oversteer in the other direction. Oh, what's going on there? So Kaido, looks like Kaido lost control of the car and is attempting to put the car into the pits. That's an unfortunate situation for Kaido there. You'll lose a ton of time. And it looks like Orwick has since moved into the pits and adds as our new race leader. Honestly, a lot of these seem like they're individual incidents. I don't think many of them are accidents or collisions from what I've seen so far. So I could be wrong, though. Our stewards might have a long weekend ahead of them. VSCs are going to be likely incidents that will get reported for sure. So 29 laps in out of 47. Makes 18 laps to go. For gold right now, again, that front left being the limit, and something happened there with ads going out of turn 10. I think ads maybe had lost control or maybe got really squirrely on the exit. We'll take a look here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, so kind of similar to what Show Me was seeing into turn 9. A lot of oversteer going into the corner. Luckily, Ads does not pick up any damage. He's able to continue the race. So Cecil Turtle, and now our new race leader, nearly 4 seconds ahead of Ads, and just enough tire wear, it looks like, to go potentially another lap. Now starting to get separated quite a bit as Lamb King makes his way around Buttons, who just exits the pits, picks up a 3-second penalty for crossing that pit exit line. chasing down Racer X with a new set of tires and then a 3/4 tank of gas. Racer X has a poor exit out of turn 2 and allows Vergold to take that 7th place position. So we'll see what happened here with Racer X. Yeah, Racer X just gets on the outside line out of turn 3 and has to slow the car down in order to make that turn. So Cecil Turtle is now into the pits, and Ads decided to stay out. So Ads will take another lap, risking that front left to be extremely worn down by the time the lap ends. And Stenzel as well. So Stenzel and Ads risking it all right now on that front left tire. We got Orwick on an offset strategy, about 14 seconds behind our leader at the moment, Ads. So Cecil Turtle, who came into the pits earlier, comes out in 5th from the lead, just behind Vergold. He might find it challenging to make his way back up the grid order. It's a very tight battle right now between Ads, Orwick, and Vergold. So Ads decides to stay out once more. So Ads pushing it on that front left is completely dead, and he's going to lose a ton of time. But maybe his strategy relies on sticking with a certain amount of laps per stint. But you can see that gap dropping down tremendously. So it was at 10 seconds and already at 7 seconds, losing 3 seconds just in the first half of the lap. I suspect more time will be lost as Orwick comes up through turn 9. Yeah, and that gap continues to drop down to 5.6 seconds. Surely Ads will make a pit stop this time around. And he does not. He stays out. So interesting decision here by Ads. I wonder if he needs to stay out one more lap or something like that. But this allows Orwick to come up and just completely eliminate the gap that Ads had on Orwick. And Vergold as well. So Vergold now is only 15 seconds behind. And Cecil as well. So Cecil is 15 seconds behind Ads, which is much shorter than the pit delta. So the gap to second place continuing to drop, continuing to plummet. Already less than 3 seconds. And you can see Orwick already in the background as Ads tries to make his way around turn 9. But here's the catch. So at this point, Orwick might want to take a pit stop as well. So in terms of a net lead, these two actually might be neck and neck at the moment. So Ads aiming for the pit entry as well as Orwick. So we got a race on our hands. These two are now on the same pit cycle, it looks like. And I don't know if Ads ended up putting a tire over the pit lane entry, but we'll see when he comes back out. So Cecil now. Where did Cecil Turtle go? Oh man, something happened to Cecil Turtle. Okay. So Cecil Turtle looks like potentially lost control of the car and picked up damage. So Cecil Turtle dropped back into 8th place. upon entering the pits. So now Stenzel takes the lead, picks up a 2.5 second penalty. Oh my goodness. And Token Timmy, People, and Rocket Bunny all in a very tight gap right now in the effective lead. So after this round of pit stops, Orwick comes out first and adds only 2 seconds behind. And then Vergould also another 2 seconds behind adds. People coming up very closely behind Token Timmy, looking to make an overtake. Going down the back straight into the bus stop. Looks like People, though, won't have enough momentum to get alongside of Token Timmy into the bus stop. There's a pretty tight battle between these two. A very similar tire wear point at this moment. Token Timmy nearly will have to potentially pit this lap, so People will take that effective first place, and Token Timmy decides to jump into the pits at the end of this lap. Oh, and Token Timmy decides to stay out, understeering quite a lot around the exit of turn 11, and People takes the inside and makes the overtake. Token Timmy's going to have a hard time defending against Stenzel this lap as well. So Stenzel on much fresher tires. You can see there Token Timmy understeering like crazy, going wide at the exit of turn 1, and Stenzel just makes quick work of Token Timmy. Token Timmy continues to plummet down the order from first now to 4th place as Flying Disc makes his way around, and Orwick surely will make his way around as well very shortly here. There we go. The front left on the carousel at turn 9 is incredibly slow when it's depleted. And so Orwick makes quick work of Token Timmy. So People decides to jump into the pits. Stenzel takes the lead of the race. And Flying Disc very close behind, but C. Orwick has made his way back up into the top 3 with that fresh set of tires. So our net leaders are coming back into the top positions of the race. The question will be, will Stenzel and Flying Disc have a pit order such that they will be in the top 3 as well as we get into the closing laps of the race? Indeed, so Rogue says there's no question. The question is, will there be another VSC before lap 44? That is the question. Flying Disc having a difficult time getting the car into the pit lane with that depleted left front. Does a good job keeping it nice and tidy at turn 11. Buttons under attack by Cecil Turtle, going around turn 9. Cecil takes a look at the inside. Does not have a better exit, so we'll have to tuck in behind the Buttons for turn 10 and 11 and potentially set up an opportunity at turn 1. But as I say that, Buttons aims for the pit lane and Cecil Turtle takes position 10. So Stencil stays out and maintains that first position. Orwick is now sitting in second place, Ads in third, and Vergold in fourth. So at this point, it does seem like Orwick, Ads, and Vergold have the net lead, but at any point a VSC could come out and completely flip everything on its head and potentially favor Stenzel right now, who's in the current lead of the race. He makes his way by Buttons, gets a little wide there at turn 2, and hopefully won't have any issues with turn 3, so stays clean on the exit there, not making sure he doesn't crash into the wall on the offline. We've got a yellow flag going to the bus stop. No issues so far. Timmy under attack by Rocket Bunny going out of turn 4 towards the bus stop. Rocket Bunny not close enough to make move. Gets a little squirrely into the entrance of turn 9. Recovers quite nicely. Ads is trying to make his way around Buttons, catch up to C. Orwick. Blue flag rules do not require the lapped car to get out of the way in LRC. The lapping cars must do that themselves. They must find their way around the slower car. And currently looks like Ads is having a little bit of trouble with Buttons at the moment. And Stenzel is slowing down, so Stenzel is only half a second ahead of Orwick. Stenzel decides to jump into the pits, as does Orwick. And so that puts Ads into our race leader. And we'll see how long Ads decides to stay out. So Ads has some tires left on this car still. And at this point, if a VSC comes out before lap 44, that would be tremendously advantageous for Ads. And so it looks like Ads' strategy around the pit timing has been pretty great. And maybe running on the completely dead tires wasn't a bad idea after all. Ads has at least 3 more laps. I'm sure he's going to knock out the 3 and then pit for fresh and finish out the race. I agree. The question is, will he lose too much time on those depleted tires at the end of the race? We'll watch closely when Ads does decide to go take his pit stop. The people currently sitting in second place potentially will have to make another pit stop due to the tire wear on that front left. Yeah, there is cooler weather. Oh, so it looks like C. Orwick has damage on the front left of the car. He's getting passed by Flying Disc. So something must have happened to Orwick on the exit on his out lap. And then we got Stenzel now very closely behind Orwick, and Vergould behind Stenzel. So Stenzel has made his way up into the net, like podium positions, depending on where Ads shakes out after his pit stop. So pretty great recovery drive, and as I say that, he picks up a 2.5 second penalty, which will drop him down the order quite significantly. Commentator's curse. So Orwick having a lot of trouble right now with the damage on that front left. Surely that will hinder the car's performance on turn in. And Ads picks up a 2.5 second penalty. So this is devastating for Ads. This may cost Ads the win here. So we'll stick with Ads and find out if that will cause him to lose first place. So this is quite tricky. So Orwick now behind the pace with that damage on the front left. Under attack by Vergould and Stenzel, but Stenzel has to take his penalty. So Vergould now looking pretty good to potentially finish out this race. But will Vergould have enough fuel for another 3 laps? So Ads decides to stay out another time. Okay, this is crazy. So last time we saw Ads stay out for the last 2 laps, we saw the sorry there. Just checking chat there. Okay, so Ads decides to stay out one more time. So I'm pretty sure Ads is just going to stay out for the rest of the race and pray that he can lap quickly enough to finish the race. And look at that, Vergould takes a look at the inside of Orwick, but does not make the overtake. Vergould is trying to get past Orwick, and as these two battle, Ads will continue to maintain his lead. So the more these two battles, the higher the chance Ads will be able to stay out in front between the two. But as you can see right now, the gap is only 4.5 seconds, and Ads' front tire is already gone. So surely his last lap needs to be faster, but you can already see Orwick and Vergould behind Ads at the moment. And I don't know if Ads will be able to maintain this lead for one more lap. Orwick is already 2 seconds behind Ads, and I don't think Ads will be able to defend at all going into this last lap. Vergould as well. So Vergould's tires are just as bad on the front left, and Orwick, out of all of them, despite having damage, has the best tire wear. So going into this is crazy right now. Ads super slow going out of turn 1, and Orwick has to make an overtake quite safely, but they're all out of grip. Oh my god, this is so close. We're on the final lap at round 4 for Watkins Glen in Division 2, and Orwick takes a look at the inside here, and will he make a overtake? And he does. So Ads loses the car, and then gets knocked by Stenzel, it looks like. And there was a yellow flag going into the bus stop. I don't know if Orwick made the overtake during the yellow flag there, but Orwick coming out on top due to having better tire conservation despite the damage on the front left. I think that was a rough time for ads regardless. And Orwick there with an epic drive despite having that damage takes first place, round 4, Division 2. Vergold comes out in second place, and Stenzel in third. Epic recovery drive by Stenzel coming back from the back of the pack. Ads brings the car home in 5th place from the lead, starting the lead actually in the final lap. Drops back to 5th place. Tokatemi in 6th, Flying Disc in 7th. Extremely close field there in the top 7. Racer X brings home his car in 8th place. Rocket Bunny in 9th place. The Cecil Turtle, and just behind Cecil Turtle, Show Me finishes in 11th. Wow, that was quite the race there. Quite the conclusion to our Division 2 race. Yeah, I will save that replay. That was absolutely bonkers. So let's take a look at the results one more time. All right, so Orwick in first, for gold in second, Stenzel rounding out the top podium positions. P-Pool in 4th, Ads in 5th, leading the race up until the last lap. Token Timmy in 6th, Flying Disc in 7th, Racer X in 8th, Rocket Bunny in 9th, Cecil Turtle rounding out our top 10. Show Me in 11th, Buttons in 12th, Lamb King in 13th, and then Kaido in 14th. So Kaido dealing with COVID, but he was able to finish the race. So props to Kaido. Yeah, get some sleep. Get some sleep, Kaido. That's nuts. Okay, so with that, we'll leave you for our race in Division 2, and we will be back shortly with our race for Division 1 after we pause the stream. We'll come back, so please don't go away. Hang tight. We'll be back very, very soon.